Hi, I am Atik Khokar from Public Houston Media. Today we have a special legend guest in business, Mr. Javaid Anwar. Mr. Javaid Anwar, you are a successful person. How you can elaborate your success with us?
Well, I want to be humble. Yes, I have been successful. And there's, beside hand of my mother and my grandparents from Pakistan, there is a big hand of God too. You know, you can work hard, you can do everything, but you have to be at the right place at the right time. I was raised by a single mother. My grandparents helped me raise till the age of 18, and then I came to United States. My mother gave me one semester's tuition, one-way ticket, and said, son, swim or sink. So apparently I had no choice. I started going to college, work during semester and summer as a labor, and it was hard days. And I got through college as a petroleum engineer. Then I moved to Texas and started working in the oil field in West Texas. And I have lived there on and off for quite a long time. And I started my business in 1984 when the oil prices dropped from 42 to 24. And I thought that was the bottom of it. But apparently that was not correct. In 1987, oil prices dropped to $11. In 1998, they dropped to $9. And I just stuck in there, and once I have acquired a lot of assets at very low prices. You know, my grandfather used to say, buy low, sell high. So apparently I was able to buy a lot of assets at very good prices in oil and gas. Then after 2001, the oil prices start climbing from $15 to $100 plus now. You know, at one time they were 148. So that's how I got very lucky that I was at the right place at the right time. And I never borrowed money, because there were a friend of mine have borrowed money during the boom time. They could not pay the loans back during the hard times, so they didn't stay in business very long. But I just somehow, with the luck of God, I just managed to hang in there. And when things turned around, I had the right assets to produce oil and gas. And think about those properties, or those oil and gas properties, which I bought dirt cheap at $10 a barrel. Everybody was trying to get rid of it because it barely made any money. And then think about $100. So, you know, your unit price went up from 10 times over, and I got very lucky, and that's just basically key to my success.
Can you tell us some business opportunities, especially in Houston and Texas?
They're excellent in oil and gas. Texas is one of the fastest growing states because we have very low taxes, no income tax, and there are opportunities, a lot of opportunities to invest without a lot of regulation. You know, in order for a business to thrive, you have to have low taxes, less regulations, and a booming economy.
Do you think the legislation or law is helpful for a new business?
Let me tell you, whether you're from Pakistan or you're from US or you're from any other state in the United States, the good part of US is this: the law is colorblind. They don't care whether you are Hispanic, you know, African American, white, from Pakistan, whatever. Same rules apply for everybody else. There is very little regulations that hinders with the business. Second thing is this: the taxes. The taxes, in a way, are you know, your state income tax is not there. Plus, you have very little taxes compared to a lot of other states. So that really helps. Now that is the reason. Those are the function of a state legislature, which has not introduced any new taxes, and that's the reason the economy is booming. Plus, we have got a lot of oil and gas in this part of the world, and everybody needs oil and gas in U.S. everywhere else. And when you have that black gold, what we call it, you have a lot of opportunity to develop and get in the oil and gas business.
What type of business is successful in Texas, especially?
Well, you have to remember it's a domino effect. Once the oil start, if the economy is good, you can go open a restaurant. People, when they have got good paycheck, they will come eat. You can open a shop, with groceries. People come buy groceries, and there are influx of people that's moving into Texas from California. A lot of people come from the southern border. A lot of people come from different part of the world. So there's a population growth. As there's a population growth, you need to have stores, you need to have dealership, you need to have doctors, you need to have all kind of stuff. That's just a domino effect,
Pakistan has maximum import-export with America. Do you think in near future we will have a better relation?
I think so. With more Pakistanis moving here, immigrating, they look good. Now, I think so we can do a lot better, with U.S. Apparently, there are some problems because of the terrorism and security in Pakistan that makes the Western people from U.S. to go and try to conduct business. So they have to find somebody who's born and raised in Pakistan to go do business. If Pakistan can provide an environment which is secure, safe, friendly, and free of terrorism, I think so we can have literally, I think so we can have triple or 3 times the size of business.
How Pakistani industry can be developed?
Well, number one thing is security. Security, security, security. Anybody who wants to do business wants to have, they don't want anybody pointing their gun to their head and want certain amount of profits given to them. Second thing is this corruption. Corruption means, you have to have business environment in a way that people can get permits without a handout. What I mean is this. Let's say you want to go open up a IT store, or what? I'm just an ordinary store. So you get a permit. So in order to get a permit, you want to go get the permit without bribing or giving anybody bakshish. So that is very important, that people have security, people have access to the local and federal officials which can provide necessary permits and regular and then another thing is this, that people have to understand, in order for 2 countries to be closer, if you both have mutual economic interest, let's say if I make you 100 million and you make me 110 million, even though for some reason we don't like each other, but we're going to make sure that we can tolerate each other because you're making me money, I'm making you money. So that's the simple principle 101 of business.
Pakistani government is giving loan to youth. Do you think the entrepreneurship can be helpful in this way?
Well, it can help to a certain extent, but as I said, if you give them security, you move all the obstacle out of the way, anybody who is smart enough, ready to work hard, will develop the business. I just don't want anybody to give me 100% money. I would say, okay, I'll be partner with you. That's what I do with young people. I go there and they come to me, they say they want to start a new business in U.S. Irregardless of color, creed, or background. I say, yeah, what you want to do? I look at it, I say, yeah, I can be partners with you. Okay, how much money you're going to put in? If he wants me to put in 100%, I said, no, I'm not going to do 100%. I want your skin in the game as much as mine. So I said, okay, I'll help you with 25%. You go collect some money from your family or somebody else. So when your money is at stake along with mine, you'll do a lot better. But it's all my money and you just say, okay, give me a salary. It doesn't work that way.
So can you give me a tip to be a A successful businessman?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know what you want to do. First thing, you have to know what you want to do. I mean, do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to have your own practice? Do you want to be, have a big factory? What kind of factory? This is, you have to like what you're doing. You can never be a successful businessman. What you do, you don't like.
In these states, without capital, you can be a businessman?
Yes, you can be a businessman. You have to start small, and you have to get your family to help you a little bit, or somewhere there has to be a little bit capital involved, You can go borrow the money. The bank will say, okay, how much money do you have? I mean, somewhere, somebody who's going to loan you money wants to make sure that you can pay it back. Now, there is a lot of programs that help, just like in Pakistan, help young people start the business, But there is always your money along with their money.
Thank you very much, Javaid Anwar, for talking with Houston Public Media.
Thanks a lot for guys inviting me. It's a great opportunity. If I can do anything for Pakistan, my mother country, I'll be more than glad to do it.
Thank you very much.